Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcom Sports back with a New York Knicks super realistic rebuild, part 1 of this series. Here are the objectives for the Knicks. They're obviously not good right now, so we're going to try to tank. But here are the settings I'm going to be using. If you guys are new to the channel, just know that I do use Trade Override for most of my trades because 2K is not the most realistic sim engine or trade engine in the world. So I try to give my reasons as to why I make these trades and just basically explain why. And if you guys don't agree with them, then just leave a comment or I don't know. But yeah, these are the settings. Everything I try to make as realistic as possible. But here's the roster for the Knicks. They just made a big trade sending Porzingis to the Mavericks. They got DeAndre Jordan, who's an expiring deal. Dennis Smith Jr., a nice young point guard. Not having his best season. He's only been in the league 2 seasons, but a little bit of a down season. Kevin Knox, a nice, promising young small forward. Alonzo Trier, who had a breakout season after going undrafted. He is from my home state of Arizona, so Frank Ntilikina looking like a bust so far, but barely a second season. So we'll see what we do with him. And another cool feature that we're going to be using for these series is storylines for the draft. So basically, we're going to implement a draft and you can put storylines on it, which makes more diversity in the rating. So Zion can turn out to be a bust. RJ can turn out to be a bust. These guys can turn out to be average, or a second rounder can be a star. But another feature that 2K has implemented in this year's game is player mentorship. And basically, if you guys don't know what this is, young players can be mentored by older players and teach them badges. So let's say like Noah Vonleh can be mentored by DeAndre Jordan, make him a better defensive player with the defensive badges, or Mitchell Robinson even, he's a lot younger. So that's a pretty cool feature right there. This is going to be the rotation for the rest of the season. Ntilikina is injured, and I believe also Moutier. So once they come back, I'll work them back into the rotation. But the young guys are going to be getting most of the minutes either way. And we're not going to cut DeAndre Jordan just to give some wow factor to this city. We're not going to win much games either way. So in this season, James Harden's going to win the MVP, averaging 33 points. Luka is the Rookie of the Year. Buddy Hield, Most Improved. And Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year for the Bucks. Checking out the All-NBA teams. No one on our team is obviously going to make it. But the rookie teams, looks like Kevin Knox did make the All-Rookie second team, averaging about 13 points per game. Not bad for his rookie season. Checking out the standings, we were the worst team in the East. And yeah, we were really bad. We had only won 10 games when we started, so not much to work with there. We were the worst team in the NBA, so probably we'll get the number 1 pick unless we get super unlucky. So it looks like it is going to be a Warriors-Raptors finals, and we'll see who takes it all. Probably the Warriors, I would assume. But the Raptors do win it sometimes, and Steph Curry's the finals MVP. So this is big right here. We do have the number 1 odds at the number 1 pick, and we'll go through the draft lottery. Skipping here to 5. The Bulls are at 5, so Cavs were projected 4, and the Suns actually get 4, so the Cavs jumped up into the top 3. And the Hawks are at 3, so the Cavs or us are going to get the number 1 pick. This is going to be huge right here. Who's going to get Zion? And we do get the number 1 overall pick, so we get lucky right there, and we keep our pick. So with the number 1 overall pick, we're going to take the consensus number 1 overall pick, and that is Zion Williamson out of Duke, 6'7" power forward, an absolute athletic freak. Can't really shoot, but he'll try to improve on that, and we'll see what happens. And in the second round, we're going to take Herb Jones, a solid shooting guard out of Alabama, 6'7", got some good size on him. So he looks like a solid all-around player, can develop into maybe a 2-way shooting guard. That would be nice. So here in free agency, this is huge for us right here. We're going to offer Kevin Durant a max deal, and we're going to see if he wants to come here. In real life, it is rumored he could come to us. But Kyrie Irving, we're also going to throw a max deal at. We have room for 2 max free agents, so if neither one of them comes, then it's pretty much a failure. And we're also going to offer Jimmy Butler a deal in case we strike out on KD and Kyrie. And moment of truth, and we missed out on both. So that was an absolute failure. We end up signing Jimmy Butler just because we have the money. And we'll probably end up trading Jimmy. We also signed DeAndre to a 1-and-1 deal with a team option. So, yeah, not going so well right now. But we'll end up trading Jimmy Butler probably, unless we're in, like, maybe top 5 in the East. But other than that, we'll probably trade him. This is the rotation. Not a good team at all right now. So, striking out on KD and Kyrie really hurts us. But we're going to play it out. We could trade for Anthony Davis or wait till he becomes a free agent. So here at the trade deadline, we're coming off of 2 nice wins, but we are the 8th seed currently, so we're not really top 5 as I would like to keep Jimmy Butler. So I think we're going to move him. I don't know where yet. Maybe Miami, maybe Brooklyn, maybe somewhere. So this is the trade that I found for Jimmy Butler. He is still a really good player, even at his age. He's 30 right now. He's 88 overall. One of the best two-way players in the league for sure. But Brooklyn, they need a star over there. They're currently in the playoffs. So Karis LeVert having a pretty nice season, just not Jimmy Butler type. But yeah, they're going to give us Karis LeVert, a first-round pick, and also an expiring contract. As you guys can see, they need a star. They really only have D'Angelo Russell, but them two could be a nice fit. So this is the rotation after that trade, and Karis LeVert is going to get more minutes on this team than he would have in Brooklyn. They have a lot of depth at wing, but obviously Jimmy Butler is going to take them to that next level that they hopefully can get to. So the MVP for this season is Steph Curry, averaging 34 almost. Zion is the Rookie of the Year, averaging 15, 9, and almost 5 assists with incredible defensive stats. And Marvin Bagley, Most Improved. Billy Donovan, Coach of the Year. Taking out the All-NBA teams, it looks like we don't have anyone. But Jimmy Butler did make the defensive team for the Nets, so that's nice for them. Still a great defender. Taking out the standings, we did drop a little bit to the 11th seed, but that's what we wanted. We want to get a nice pick, so in case we make a trade, we can use that. And the Nets did make the playoffs, so Jimmy Butler helping them out. D'Lo did get hurt, though, so they could have been even better. But Dennis Smith, some nice numbers right there. Kevin Knox, I like the improvements. We saw Zion's numbers. Everyone else playing okay. So it is going to be a Thunder-Pacers finals. And as you guys can see, the Nets actually took the Pacers to 7 in the conference finals. So definitely worth what they gave up to get to that point in the season. But it does look like Jimmy Butler might have gotten hurt in that series. But either way. So we do have our first round pick this season, and it is going to be at 10 most likely, and it is. The Mavericks actually got the #1 pick. We don't have their pick this season though. And with the 10th overall pick in this draft, we're going to take Kobe White out of North Carolina. 6'5" point guard, got some good size on him. He looks like he can be a really good two-way point guard if he can develop correctly, so. And with the Brooklyn Nets pick, we're going to take Quentin Rose, another really good scorer out of Temple. He's 6'7", got some more good size in him for a shooting guard. Can also play the small forward, 180 pounds, not too bad. And in this free agency, we are going to sign Anthony Davis. I did make him a free agent because usually the Pelicans re-sign him in the simulation, but obviously he has put out he's not going to sign an extension with the Pelicans. So I made that change. The Lakers did not offer him a deal. I think they signed Cousins. So we are going to pick him up here. Incredible numbers, incredible player. And this could happen in real life. He could sign back with the Knicks. But here we are going to be making a trade with the Blazers. They have been bad this whole video for the past 2 or 3 seasons. So they're at this point, they've got to rebuild. They're not going anywhere with this team, and they're just getting older. Damian Lillard has 1 year left on his contract, so he can walk in free agency, and he probably will. The Blazers haven't done enough to surround him with talent, and he had an amazing season last season, but it is a 1-year deal, so Blazers not going to get as much as if he had some more years left, because he could leave us in free agency. Who knows? So we're going to give them quite a bit of young players and a first-round pick, top 5 protected, I believe. So they're getting a nice return for a 1-year deal. So this is the team that we've surrounded Anthony Davis with. We made a big trade for Damian Lillard, who's probably going to walk in free agency either way. And I do see this possibly happening in real life. AD has said that he would re-sign with the Knicks if he landed there. So the Lakers didn't offer him a deal, so we're going to offer him a deal. But most likely the Pelicans are going to trade AD this offseason to maybe the Celtics, but he doesn't really want to re-sign there. So he would most likely become a free agent unless he gets traded to LA, which I don't see happening. But this team is pretty nice. So it looks like Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard are going to be all-stars. I don't see Zion Williamson, but that's fine. So just before the trade deadline, we're going to make a small trade here. Quentin Grimes and Herb Jones are not really seeing minutes on this team, and Jeffrey Laverne is just to make the cap work. But we're going to trade for Bobby Portis on a 1-year, $8 million contract. Isaac Bonga just to make the trade work. And as you guys can see, the Lakers need wings. They have a lot of power forwards. Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Bell, who they got. So they've got a lot of big men, and so this is a rotation after that small trade. Lillard, LeVert, Kevin Knox, Zion at the 4, Anthony Davis. Then Bobby Portis is going to be our 6th man, getting some more minutes here. Neil Aquina, Kobe White, and Mitchell Robinson. And here at the trade deadline, coming off of 2 wins, actually a 6-game win streak. We are the number 1 seed at 36-20. We started off a little bit rocky, but we finally figured it out. Chemistry is on point at this point, so we should finish in the top 2. So it looks like James Harden is going to win the MVP again. I believe his 3rd. And Mirotic on the Hawks, 6th man. Anthony Davis gets Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he was a monster on the defensive side of the ball. Michael Porter Most Improved, and Rick Carlisle on the Thunder or the Jazz. I didn't really look at it, but Anthony Davis on the All-NBA 2nd team. Pretty good from him. Zion makes the All-NBA 3rd team. He was also a monster, 17-10. Also playing good defense. Anthony Davis on the All-Defensive 1st team makes sense. And no Zion on the defensive team, but he will make it eventually. We did finish as the number 1 seed, so we kept up our play. Didn't lose many games after the trade deadline. And we'll be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 1st round. Should be pretty easy. We should be able to sweep them. But AD, we saw his numbers. Damian Lillard with a nice season. Obviously taking a little bit of a step back with Anthony Davis, Zion, and LeVert. LeVert also taking a step back. Bobby Portis continuing his good play. And checking out the team stats, on offense, we were number 7. And defensively, we were top 3. So here in the 1st round against the Cavs, hopefully we can sweep them. And we don't have a problem with them. It's pretty much Colin Sexton and Kevin Love and Cam Reddish. But shouldn't be too big of a deal. We are up 2-0 now. They do win a game, though. 2-1. And they tie up the series at 2. Very unexpected right here. We do win that game, though. Crucial game, and we do close it out in 6. Not what I expected. Jordan Clarkson, 27 points. They also have Chris Dunn. Anthony Davis with 32 and 11. 1 steal and 2 blocks. Zion with 7 assists. And in the 2nd round, we're playing the Indiana Pacers, who did sign Kevin Durant. So they stole him from us. So we need some revenge here. We do win game 1. They tie it up 1-1. Gonna be a tough series with Oladipo and KD. 2-1 us, 2-2 now. Very big game right here against Indiana. We are at home, though, in New York. And can we take it? Looks like we are going to separate in the 4th, and we do win it. Bobby Portis seems to be a little bit injured, but we do win in 6 here. Oladipo with 24. KD with 12 points on 5 for 15 shooting from the field. Played absolutely horrible in that game. They also had Matt McClung. And Kevin Knox with 22 in this game. Anthony Davis, 19. Not too bad. So here in the conference finals against the Brooklyn Nets, we are up 2-1 now. And we're facing Jimmy Butler, who we did trade away. He had a monster game. Damian Lillard with a monster game also, almost dropping 40. Anthony Davis, only 5 points, shooting 1 for 11. Not good at all. But we'll see if we can go up 3-1. And we do. D'Angelo Russell with 19. Butler only 15 points. Did not shoot very well. But Anthony Davis with a bounce back game, 28 and 24 from him. Very good shooting. So we'll see if we can close it out here in 5 and get to the finals. But they are going to win this game. Damian Lillard with a game high. Actually, not a game high, a team high. Kevin Knox with a nice game. Jimmy Butler with 24 points. 22 from D'Lo. So we'll see if we can close it out. And we do close it out in 6 games. D'Angelo Russell with 29. Butler only had 9 points. 0 for 5 from 3. Damian Lillard with a big game. Anthony Davis a double-double. So we are playing the OKC Thunder in the finals. And they are led by Paul George, who's a 94 overall. Having a great season. Russell Westbrook is a 92. Steven Adams, Dennis Schroeder, Jeremy Grant. Pretty much the same team here as they had in... So here, we are going to lose the first game of the finals against the Thunder. Paul George with 31, 26 for Westbrook. Damian Lillard with 27, LeVert with 26, AD with a double-double. But we'll see if we can bounce back here, and we do. 1-1 now the series. And Russell Westbrook with almost a triple-double. Anthony Davis a double-double, 2 steals, not bad. Can we go up? We do. Damian Lillard with a big game right there. Anthony Davis 14-10, 4 and 5 steals. Monster game right there. Westbrook with 24, Paul George with 24. Their bench is not good at all, though. AD with 30 in this game, 14 rebounds and 5 assists. 37 from Westbrook, but Paul George only 10 points, 3 for 17, 1 for 13 from 3. Absolute horrible game for Paul George. And in OKC, can we win this game? It looks like they are going to blow us out. Damian Lillard with 23. Yeah, not a good scoring night for anyone. But we'll see if we can close it out here in 6 games. If it's close, then we'll hop in. If not, we'll let it play out. And it is a close game, so we might have to hop in here if we can come back a little bit. And so we are down 3 here, but OKC has the ball. Paul George in the post. Tough fadeaway shot, and he hits that one. We're down 5 now. I am going to play this one because we are up in the series. If we weren't, then I would let it play out. And I'm going to let Game 7 play out if we don't win this one. But I see Zion right to the rack for the dunk. And he hangs on. So we're down 3 now. Diallo with the ball. Takes a stupid shot. And good defense right there. Damian Lillard with the ball. We're going to try to get a 3 here. I think we don't have to, but I think we're going to go inside actually. And I pulled up just a little bit too far. So I should have probably gone to the rack. And we're going to foul Schroeder here. So we are down 5. We need a 3 at this point. That was a bad decision by me to pull up there. And that was kind of contested. And we miss it. So we will go into a Game 7. We'll check out the stats of that game. Lillard with 23 and 12. 20 and 12 from Davis. I absolutely choked that. But we were down. So, I mean, we might have lost that one. But I will let Game 7 play out. Whatever happens, happens. And we'll simcast. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. We'll have another chance. But it is a close one. Still a close game. 5-point game with 1:30 left. Not going to hop in. Hopefully we win. And we do hang on. We win by 2 points. Damian Lillard with 24 and 7. LeVert with 17. Kobe White 13 off the bench. And Schroeder with 30. Diallo with a nice game. Westbrook only 10 points. Took 9 shots. Paul George only 9 points in that game. So Anthony Davis is going to be the finals MVP in that one, averaging 20, 13, and 3. Not bad at all from Anthony. Can the Knicks win multiple championships in this era? Are AD and Zion the filthiest duo we've ever seen? Watch part 2 to find out. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment on the road to 300 subscribers.